What is up, guys and girls? Hurricane Liz here, and in this video I cover something that's been asked a lot lately down below in the questions, and that is, what are my top 7 tips for wholesaling? And while that's not how people have worded it down below, what people have asked is, what do you recommend for somebody brand spanking new to do if they want to get into wholesale? So today I'm going to cover that by telling you my top 7 tips. And the number 7 one is going to amaze each and every one of you. So I highly recommend you listen up and you get ready to take some notes. So I'm super fired up for this video. I hope you're fired up. Let's do this. All right, guys and girls, so my voice is going a little bit. This might be an interesting video. So I think it'll make it till the end of this video, but let's see what happens. This is exciting stuff. So what is my number 1 first tip for starting a brand new wholesale store? That is pretty much something that should seem self-explanatory, but I see people, especially in the comments and people that send me emails, which is, by the way, my email address is below if you're interested in getting into this, the DIY method, or learning it by course, and or if you want a full-on automation store, my contact info is below so you can schedule a call so I can tell you a little bit more about what my team and I can do for you in terms of automation. But let's talk about number 1. Let's get back to number 1. Most people that get into this business feel that it's absolutely necessary to right out of the gate start with these wholesale supplier relationships. And that's just complete hogwash. And no, I'm not talking about Hogwarts Castle and Harry Potter. I'm talking about hogwash. It's just BS. You don't have to start by immediately wanting to create supplier relationships. In fact, you might not be able to create supplier relationships at first, and suppliers might not even want to deal with your ass. And the reason for that is that you're brand new. So anybody that is brand new, you literally have to make your way up in the chain, and you've got to be able to show these suppliers that you're someone that they'd want to work with. Do you think they're going to want to work with everyone that's brand new on Amazon, comes to them with a brand new store with hardly any ratings and has 0 to no experience when they've got thousands and thousands of Amazon sellers that have credentials, they've got experience, that want to work with them? The answer is obviously not. And so what happens with that is that we get so caught up in the fact that we've been rejected that we almost give up, and in some circumstances we do entirely give up, and we fail to realize that there's a lot of profit potential out there for several different types of products. So don't get caught up in this trap that you absolutely must start out by getting all these supplier relationships, and that's the only way that you're going to sell on Amazon, because like I said before, that's hogwash, and we're not talking about Hogwarts, we're talking about hogwash. Right, so my second biggest seller tip is, and this is one that even pros fall trap to, so listen up. This one will certainly save you a ton of money, and in fact make you a ton of money. So I do expect gifts, which I'll put my address below. My email address is down there. So if you feel the absolute need to send me a gift as a result, I take gift cards, people. I'm easygoing. But this tip is, instead of falling trap to the seller app, holy shit, I'm rhyming like I'm a rapper, guys. Instead of falling trap to the seller app, what you want to do is start by typing words from this point forward. So what I mean by that is, sure, you can be at Walmart, you can be out scanning things left and right with the seller app. You can think you're faster than Usain Bolt on a 100-meter sprint dash in the Olympics. But I'll tell you what, the absolute best way to find products that'll make you a ton of money is typing keywords or typing the brand name in the seller app or online. So again, don't fall trap to the seller app. All we need is some beats. Yeah, clearly I can't do beats. I need to shut my mouth now. But don't fall trap to the seller app. Start typing in keywords that you think people would use to search for particular brands. And that always starts with the brand name. Hello, what a genius idea, right? So that's it for number 2. Again, don't fall trap to the seller app. Let's go to number 3. Number 3 should almost always be self-explanatory, but some people will not do this. And that is, as soon as you can, start investing in ungating your store in other categories. So the way that Amazon works right now is when you start your account, you're going to be ungated in only certain categories. They're the standard categories that every single account that is out there will be ungated in. Now we aren't privileged like we were in the past, where we were automatically ungated in categories like grocery. Now we sometimes have to apply for them. So as soon as you can start affording to do so, start investing some of the money that you make in ungating yourself in categories like grocery. beauty, especially topicals. Topicals is a huge one that has become a little easier to get ungated for, but it does take some experience as well as some ratings and some transactions under your belt in order to do that. So again, start investing some of the money that you make in getting ungated in all these additional categories, because at the end of the day, this is going to make your account that much more valuable, where at some point, if you just want to sell it and dump the business and be done with it, a lot of these accounts can sell upwards of $50,000 per account. I know some of you might have fallen off your rocker finding out that simple fact, but yes, a lot of these accounts are insanely valuable as you grow them over time, and you get things like ungating done on them. So keep that in mind. Okay, number 4 is something that most people don't even think of doing, but create a website for your particular store where it's an external website. It's not on Amazon. And what you'll use this for is the future. When you want to get supplier relationships built, or when you go to trade shows and you meet people in person, this is something great that they see, they look at, they see that you're actively selling products on your website in addition to Amazon, and this might push them over the edge to sell you products or sell you some of their wholesale products. The thing about this is a lot of people don't think about this, and at first they say, well, Liz, I don't have shit to sell, so why would I even create this? Well, you can always put products that you are selling, even though you're not, on this website. It just makes you look a little bit more professional and makes it look like you got your shit together. And at some point in time, you might actually have real products that you're selling on this website, and this could push a supplier over the edge in order to allow you to offer their products on Amazon. So this is a terrific thing that you must do. And again, it's an investment in your store that a lot of people don't think of doing. All right, number 5 is find a go-to store. So again, earlier I talked about how people fall into this trap of they think they've got to find these suppliers where they're secret or nobody else knows about them. And the fact of the matter is, most of us know what all the major suppliers are. A lot of them are big box retail chains like Walmart and Home Depot and Costco and places like that. And the thing is that you can find a go-to store. And what I mean by this is get familiar with Walmart inside out so well that you know it like the back of your hand. And I will tell you this much, if you do that, you will find products that you never thought were possible to sell on Amazon. And a lot of them could very well be something called a consumable or a replenishable, which is nothing more than, I got 2 examples here, and they're just here, not because I staged them, but just because they're here. So this is sitting around my house. It's a candle. This thing I got at Marshall's. I mean, obviously Marshall's has one-offs of all sorts of different kind of crap, but at some point in time, this candle was available at another store. Had I become an expert in that particular store, then I could have probably very well found these candles and then resold them. It's a consumable or a replenishable, which means people are using that day in and day out. As soon as it's done, they've got to get another one because it doesn't last forever. Same thing with this water bottle. This water bottle is not going to last for me forever. I can't drink from it for fucking 1,000 years. I've got to replace it with another water bottle, and at some point in time, I'll have to go out and buy that water bottle. So same thing with this thing. This thing has oils inside of it, oils that we have to use and consume, and that oil's not going to last forever, people. We're going to have to replace it at some point. So while this particular unit itself, we buy maybe once every 10 years, let's say it has a 10-year warranty and it lasts that long, the oils with which it consumes will always need to be replenished by me, and therefore they are products that we can almost predict with certainty what we can have in monthly recurring revenue on our store. So let's say, for example, we buy an oil of tea tree. We can buy that tea tree oil and we can note how many units we sell that tea tree oil per month. We can almost predict that we can sell that every single month as long as we can continue to buy that tea tree oil from whatever store we pick it up from. So never count out consumables. Find that go-to store and know that store inside out. It will put a lot of extra money in your pocket. All right, number 6 is scan everything, even things that you doubt will sell. And I've fallen trapped to this myself where I look at something and I'm like, who in their right mind would love to buy that thing? I can't believe or imagine anyone would want to buy that crap. And guess what? I'll buy it and somebody will immediately pay a premium price for it. So don't ever doubt if anything can sell. Scan everything, look up everything, and you'll surprise yourself more times than not at the amount of crap that people will buy, particularly females. I love female buyers. They're my absolute favorite buyer on the whole planet. I love the fact that they go crazy and they will buy every single thing that is sold on Amazon. So again, never fall trap and don't scan. Always assume that everything will sell. And the last and final tip we kind of already touched upon, but this is the best tip of all. Again, look for those replenishables like the tea tree oil that I talked about earlier. Other examples of these types of products, they can easily be called consumables and or replenishables. It could be things like trash bags, protein bars, protein shakes, even water, candles, and things like hand towels. We don't use hand towels forever. At some point in time, we got to change those towels out. We don't want those dirty ass towels hanging around in our house. So we got to get brand new ones, especially if we got a female in the house, right? She's always going to want to buy new shit for the house, which is fantastic. I love these ladies. But the beautiful thing about these products is that, again, it gives you a monthly recurring amount of revenue that you can almost predict with certainty you can have each and every month. So the process of stacking these more and more each and every month makes it a very profitable endeavor as long as you keep it up. And that is my last and final tip. I hope all these tips put some extra money in your pocket. And again, if you'd like to schedule a call with me on how you can automate this whole thing and then allow my team and I to do this for you, my email is below. But other than that, questions and comments below, I always personally answer those, and I'll see you guys next time.